What's going on, squad? First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to those of you all that came out this Sunday, helped us to set up and then execute an excellent launch team training. Our team leaders from Jacksonville, what they had to say about you all is that you were impressive. You were amazing. They left Detroit absolutely confident in our ability to uphold the standard that has been established, that is Impact Church. And they're so impressed, and I want to thank you guys for just jumping in head first. And then the Meridian staff, they had this to say about us, and they've only been with us one weekend, and yet they said we are the single best group they've ever had in their facility. We are. Our level of excellence and just our spirit and our love, they loved having us there. And that testimony continues to open more doors for Impact Church. So thank you guys. Here's what I need in the coming weeks. If you're a launch team member, you weren't able to make it out this past weekend, that is okay. No harm, no foul. I need to see you guys this Sunday for a couple reasons. One, I just want to see all of our team in one place at one time. If you're not comfortable gathering even with our small group, then I understand, and reach out to me and let me know that. But if you're somebody that's comfortable coming out with a mask, anyone you ask that was there will tell you we were social distancing from beginning to end. The only time we took our mask off was when we held our breath to smile and take a picture outside, and then the mask was right back on. So if you're comfortable, we really would like to have you, even just as an audience member, if you're not able to help in any other way, be an audience member for our practice services this Sunday and next Sunday. Okay, so the next thing that I need 3 to 6 people to sign up to help us set up starting this Sunday. And when I say set up, I mean 6:30 in the morning. God bless you. 6:30 a.m. Meet me at the storage facility this week so I can show you how we would load the truck from the storage facility and then take that equipment to the Meridian, unload, and be ready for all of the other things that have to happen when the other volunteers come. So this is male or female. If you're willing to make a difference, to make an impact in that major way, you can have an immediate impact if you sign up for that setup team. 6 people really will give us what we need. And if I had 12 people, then I know that I could have a rotating team, and no one would really have to do that more than once or twice a month. That's my goal. So I need to identify those people that are willing to help us. I would be ashamed if I get 11 ladies and 1 guy signed up. That would just be embarrassing. So come on, fellas. I know you may not be a morning person, but this is ministry, and if you feel God nudging you right now, then just imagine what the return on that kind of seed is going to be. Okay, this Saturday, I've been invited by Pastor Ken Nethers of Crossover Church to be their guest lead, praise and worship leader. And initially I said, I just got too much going on. I didn't say that to him, but that was what was going on in my mind. I don't have time to say yes to nothing else. And then in my heart, it just occurred to me, wait a minute. It's sowing time. A seed meets any need. This is a great time to sow a seed to a church that just 4 years ago was where we are. Launching a church, a brand new church in Metro Detroit. And now they are flourishing, and I'm so thankful to sow a seed to that church, Crossover Church. So this Saturday at 6 p.m., if you are available and you would like to, please come hang out, attend that service with me. I'll be leading praise and worship at 6 p.m. Their service, similar to ours, will end at 7:30 or before. So they're in Southfield on Northwestern Highway, and I'll put the information on our Facebook group as well as in the email that I'll send as well. So that's what's going on. Over the next 2 weeks, we have practice services starting at 8:30 a.m. We expect to be out of there by 12 o'clock p.m. This past week, you had an opportunity to get exposed to some of the different assignments and get trained. You now know that we exist to equip all people to fully grow in Christ. And we do that by creating environments where people can know God, find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference. And that the primary way that we that we know God is through our weekend services, and that the primary way that we find freedom is through our small groups, and that the primary way that we discover purpose is through Growth Track, and the primary way that we make a difference as a church is through the Dream Team. You learned all of that, and you can recite those things now. Thank you, Pastor David Bluen, for taking us through that, and it was a blessing. And then we learned how to set up the chairs 6 feet apart. We learned how to do health screenings at the entrance. We learned how to run ProPresenter and put lyrics on the screen, and how to operate the camera. And there's so much more that we need to perfect these in these coming weeks. So don't lose what you learn. Please be here, especially those of you all that weren't able to make it last week. I can't wait for you to see the Meridian. You already saw the pictures, but it's breathtaking when you walk in this place. So please be there this Sunday, and if you're able to make it on Saturday, I can't wait to just go to church, hang out, and go to church together this Saturday at 6 p.m. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll be actually establishing official positions and things like that for this weekend. So you may hear from me during the week, or I may hand out some things when you get there this Sunday that adds a little more definition to what it is that I need you to do. If you're somebody that is able to support, but you need to talk to me about your level of support, dude, just holler at me, and I understand. Again, if you're somebody that is social distancing from family members and you're not going anywhere, then I'm not asking you to come to the training. I'm not asking you to come to practice services. I'm not asking you to come on launch day. I want you to be comfortable. If you're in that population of folks that are vulnerable and more vulnerable to COVID-19, and you are sheltering in place, by all means, we will be prepared to live stream our service to you, and you can participate, rock your t-shirt right in your living room, and celebrate what God is doing here when we stream online. But for the rest of us, we need to have our face in the place, and you'll be blessed as a result of it. All right, if you got anything, you need anything, please let me know. Other than that, I'll holler at you and see you this weekend. Peace.